Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to your D&D Monogatari. Tonight we're on episode 2 of Otorimonogatari. What happened last time, episode 1? So episode 1 was new arc, obviously, where it's a Sengoku arc, which is out of nowhere, out of left field, which I'm down for. We haven't seen Homegirl since, Bake, pretty much? I mean, she showed up for like 2 minutes in like one of them. I barely even recall. She just showed up and was all skimpy and then was gone. Appreciate that, Sengoku, I guess. I'm glad you're back. And her situation, she's turned into a Medusa, and kills Araragi, or at least just hurts him really bad. I mean, she stabs him in the heart. Homeboy's been destroyed a lot, though, so we'll see what happens there. And now we're building up to the point of what actually went wrong, right? I'm not going to go to the comments immediately. I'm going to go to the comments. But first, I want to just yap for a minute with the recap, because I've written some things down, and I want to talk. I want to talk. So, yeah, thing on the screen. My thing right now is Sengoku says here, right, that she wants to be exterminated by Araragi. Right? Because Araragi shows up. It's a flashing bit. I wanted you to save me. He shows up, says, I'm going to kill you. She says, I wanted to be exterminated, right? So immediately, that's flashing, that's connecting to Araragi wanting to be killed by Hanakawa. Easy connection there. It's that same, like, I want to die for you thing. Though it's different. It's different in this case because Sengoku, I think, like, it's less of I devote my life to you and want to die for you, and more of I want you to be the one to kill me and, like, complete the circle kind of thing. But why would she want to be exterminated? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. The idea I'm kind of working with, and there's a couple of reasons, is that she has made herself out to be a monster. Or if we want to talk in Hana Monogatari terms, has become a poison rather than just being water or a cure, right? Because she couldn't be a cure, if we want to try to push that, because Shinobu took that spot by Araragi's side. And so now she's becoming a poison by being the monster, the thing to oppose, instead. Because you can't just be water, right? So that's kind of an idea. And what it all goes back to is Kaiki, because Kaiki's the one that planted these seeds. Because the kind of thing that was going on in the middle here is she was talking about, like, oh, like, it's after Ogi shows up, which is an entire thing that I'm going to get into in a minute, because, oh my goodness, this character. I kind of love Ogi. Ogi's grown on me just by being insane. I love the insanity. No, focus. She says here, Sengoku says here that, like, oh, if there's one person to blame for all this being the depressing atmosphere of the school, that'd be Kaiki. He's a safe bet. Like, he's the one that gave the kids the school, the freaking spell power, like the spell knowledge, and caused all this stuff to go wrong and conned everyone, right? So he's obviously the one to blame. But remember what Kaiki said in the last arc, right, in Hana? He was talking all about how he's not the writer of the story. He just gives a couple of the pieces, right? He gives a couple of the pieces, and then you figure it out from there. He gives half the information, right? I mean, Kanbaru with Hana, Kaiki, he literally tells her, like, a little droplet about Numachi and doesn't say, like, the entire whole story of Numachi, which obviously he knew at that time, but he was just withholding all that information for Kanbaru to figure it out on her own. I think what he did here with the kids, with Sengoku and her middle school squad, is he shows up and he sees these kids and he sees, like, he gives them the tools to express their negative feelings for each other, right? It's pretty much just he's giving them a weapon so that they can use it, so that they can prove to themselves and then, like, become aware that they're flawed because they were willing to use the weapon. That's kind of my idea, right? So he shows up, he gives them the spells, and then everything goes wrong, and everyone blames him, but we know he's not the guy that writes the story. He's the one that takes the side role, the spectator role, right? And so really what happened is the kids had all those feelings, and then it was just brought to the surface because they had an avenue to bring it to the surface, i.e. Kaiki. And so what this arc is Sengoku realizing that. That's what Ogi's talking about. Dude, it totally lines up for me in my brain. That's what Ogi's talking about. You don't want to be the victim anymore. Maybe you weren't even the victim from the beginning. She wasn't the victim from the beginning because Kaiki, like, wasn't the total aggressor, because Kaiki's not the one that did all the moves. Like, there's a reason that they cast that the boy and the girl cast the snake spell on Sengoku specifically, right? It's not like they just picked a random girl and said, hey, F you, bing, right? There was stuff going on there. It was the whole, like, how she rejected him and then that pissed both of them off. Like, that whole thing. So perhaps how she interacted with the other students that caused those negative relationships to fester, that's what makes her not a victim. Because she was actively part of those relationships and, like, a part of them, making moves. And then they get the tools to hoe her, and then they hoe her, but they hoed her because they didn't like her because of the way she was acting, right? So she's, like, yeah, you could call her a victim, but she was also, it's not like she was completely out of control. I mean, it was a human relationship. Like, she had some, it's not like, yeah, like, she was a part of that, right? And Kaiki was just the vessel in which it came out. And so I think what we're doing in this arc is, it's Sengoku coming to understanding that she wasn't a victim back then. She was a part of those relationships, and Kaiki was just kind of the vessel in which they exploded in the way they did. And, like, the depressing school attitude that's going on nowadays, right? It's not like we're all just victims of Kaiki, right? Like, we're the ones that are perpetuating all this negative attitude, and we're the ones that cast the spells on each other, That's kind of what I'm thinking. And so what ends up happening is Homegirl turns into Medusa because she's not able to see herself as the victim anymore, so she jumps to seeing herself as, like, the person that caused the problems, the poison, right? Because victims like water, cure poison with water in the middle. Victim's kind of the water spot, and so she's like, well, if I'm not the victim, and she jumps to being the poison, she jumps to being the monster, probably because, I don't know, maybe partially because Aragi already has all the girls around him, right? Specifically Shinobu is who she talks about here, right? But it's like, well, I can't be the cure in Aragi's life, so I'm going to be the poison. And also I've been the poison, and, trying to connect those two dots. It's kind of hard to connect. I'll wait on that a little bit. However, I think we're fine. And what I mean by that is it's Halloween, right? Somebody either in the Discord or in the comments, I'll get to if it was in the comments, I'll see it when I scroll through. They mentioned this, and then I when I was scrolling through, I was like, oh yeah, they literally say it right here, Happy Halloween. What do you do on Halloween? You dress up as a monster. It's a fake monster, right? And so there's some the placement here is interesting that she turns into a monster on Halloween. Like, it's like her experimenting as the monster. Like, maybe she's not fully dedicated to the role yet, which is why it's happening on Halloween, because it's like, this is the time to test it out, because she can just dress up as it. Which also, of course, reflects to Aragi's story in an interesting way, because Aragi, of course, what in Nisei was like, I think it was Nisei. I get the names confused in my head a little bit, but he's the whole Aragi seeing himself as the monster, flirting with the monster. That whole thing is kind of reflects this, right? But the Halloween alone isn't where I got that idea from. That, like, it's that she's not really fully, because the idea is that, like, she's not really fully a monster despite being an oddity, right? It's that, like, there's still like we're still being chilling under the surface. My real reasoning for that is what Ogi says on top of the Halloween thing, because Ogi says, where is it? Where is it, my sweet little Og? Ooh, my little Og, I kind of like that. Where is it? Right here. It shouldn't end up like Tsubasa-senpai staying at the Hanakawa's house. So, one, Ogi, you're just dropping bars about the frickin' Hanakawa's story, like as if you know it. How do you know this? I'm not even gonna, we'll worry about that later. We'll put a pin in it, we'll circle back. She's saying in regards to Sengoku's victim mindset that the situation isn't so bad that it should end up in the way that Hanakawa's did. Because Hanakawa's went really wrong. Like, when she was at the Hanakawa's house, like that family's house, she became... Black Hanakawa showed up, and then the tiger showed up, right? So, and Black Hanakawa was, very strong as well. That was, like, an entire thing. Oshino got destroyed by her, like, 30 times, right? Like, I don't even remember the number. But... So for Ogi to say that Sengoku shouldn't end up like the way that Tsubasa, like the way that Hanakawa showed up, or ended up, then Sengoku's probably being chilling to a degree, right? Because Hanakawa's story went really, really south. So Yeah, and I trust Ogi's. I trust Ogi because Ogi has been like the instigator for all of these arcs. Um, which leads me into let's get into the Ogi thoughts. I randomly, dude, I was literally walking to my car. I was walking to my car after class, just kind of. I think I was scrolling through the Discord a little bit and thinking, thinking Monogatari, just trying to let it cook, because that's what I do, right? Whenever I'm walking around or like going to sleep, I'll like think about a show and just cook with some ideas, just a little bit, right? Just, I'm always in the kitchen. And I thought this is a little crack, but I like it. What if Ogi is an Oshino familiar? Because we know that there's a power in the names because freaking let me Kage Nui, right? That whole thing with Ononoki, it was the Yozuru and Yotsugi, like the double yo was like part of the familiar thing, like the naming structure, right? Like and well, even a better example is Shinobu Oshino, right? He turned the oddity of Kiss Shot, renamed it into Shinobu, to like get the familiar, to make her more like subservient and like able to control her or whatever, right? So for Oshino Ogi to be, I don't know like if they're actually flesh and blood or if they're oddity or if they're an oddity with flesh and blood. But if they're an oddity, it could be that they're a familiar. That would make sense, and the precedent's been set. Why might they be an oddity? A phenomenal question. I'm kind of thinking, and this is still just the crack is overflowing, but that's just the show, right? That Ogi might be some sort of like shapeshifter. You're clicking off the video. No, stay here. Don't skip in. No, stay with me. Well, because the idea is, right, that Ogi keeps shifting roles between whoever, depending on who he/she, is talking to, right? Because like right here, they're talking to Sengoku, and they're in the female outfit, right? The skirt, the long droopy sweater that doesn't fit her properly, like that's kind of another thing. It's like she's putting on a cover that's like not properly fitting, and then like she like is acting like Araragi because she's on the bike, and she acted like that with Kombaru and Hana as well, where she was on the bike. So like she's kind of mocking, like doing like a mock Araragi thing. And then when she talked to Araragi for the first time, and when we met him, I don't even know. I mean, it's a dude, right? You're a dude, right? You're just dressing up as a girl? Are you cross? I don't know. I'm gonna. Okay, who even cares? Get that out of here. The important thing that I'm trying to get to is that Araragi met Ogi on the staircase that he met Senjo Gahara. So to Araragi, Ogi was kind of standing in as a Senjo Gahara, and I feel like the personality of Ogi was kind of dry then. And then now Ogi shows up to Sengoku and is a lot kind of like talkative in a weird way, and then crashes the bike immediately, doing an Araragi move, but then is in a female outfit. Why are you in a female outfit for Sengoku? That's kind of odd. I would expect you to be in a masculine outfit like you were with Hanakawa. Because yeah, so I'm kind of thinking, I don't know that specifically. I didn't think about that until just now. Why Ogi's in this outfit when with Kombaru Ogi was in the masculine outfit. I mean, if I remember right, I'm just gonna pull up Hana Monogatari. Episode 1, I think it was. With Ogi? Yeah, okay, yeah. Ogi rode up on the bike and was in the black uniform. Did you even have your hairstyle differently? That'd be crazy. You'd be a loon for that one. But then, yeah, Ogi's kind of acting... Ogi acts differently in everything. Dude, what if there's like 30 Ogis? That would be really funny. I don't think that's the case. That'd be a bit random. Who knows, though? So, yeah. Interesting that Ogi's in this specific outfit. But Ogi seems to be adopting kind of a cheerier, goofier personality, which I think would make sense if Ogi's trying to act like an Araragi to Sengoku. And then there's also the whole thing of like, homie knows so much information, right? And it's kind of keeps speaking in a meta way. Like I totally screwed up. Like we're getting Ogi's thoughts. That's not something that happens like all the time. I mean, that happens a decent amount with the flashing bits, but that's something to point out. They're a first year in the high school. That's interesting. An underclassman to Kombaru. That's kind of crazy. We already kind of knew that, but it's nice for them to say it. Then Wilson Goku heard about. Yeah, wait, right here. How should I laugh this off? Talking about. Oh, I did this out of order. When instead of like was trying to find Hachikuji, but then didn't find Hachikuji. Wait. What were the order of the arcs in Bake? Wait a second. Wait, I'm pulling up the comments. Wait, no, I'm not. Wait, let me think. It was... No, frick, I gotta pull up the comments. I got comments time. F it. Right here. It was Crab. Yeah, Bake 1 through 5. It was... What if homie's trying to, like, replicate the order? Right? That'd be crazy. Because, like, you start with... Dude, wait, no. Sorry, my brain. I'm trying to parse timelines right now. Okay, let's start with Bake 1. You start with the crab. We see Ogi started with as acting as Senjugahara to Araragi, like on the staircase, so that was kind of like hitting the crab beat. And then it's having trouble finding the snail, so we skip the snail. We saw Ogi hit the monkey, because that's what happened in Hana, if we're going with that order. And now she's hitting the snake, still hasn't hit the snail yet. And so what, like next you hit the cat, next you hit Hanakawa? That'd be crazy. If we're like if Ogi's trying to like replicate this order for some reason. And is trying to like Ogi's someone that's trying to do what I'm doing as the audience. Like Ogi's like a stand-in for the audience, like an audience insert that's trying to like uncover and like get to know Araragi's story or something, and is trying to like provoke all the pieces to move so that Ogi can get to the secret of the story. But that's like such a meta thing. I kind of like it though. It's an interesting idea. Because it's just it feels like that Ogi's trying to replicate this. Ooh, that's a spicer. I don't know about that one. Oh, we are drinking a Dr. Pepper, by the way. Little cheers to that. Oh, bing. My camera okay? Oh, I'm so sorry. You're shaking. Okay, there we go. Do I have more Ogi thoughts I was trying to get into? Halloween. My notes literally... Let me read some of my notes. Sengoku wants to be exterminated for Araragi. Halloween, dress up as a monster, question mark? What does that say? Gay? Guy? Wait. Oh, Ogi says it won't get that bad, parentheses Hanakawa, right? So that's in, yeah. A reason people didn't like Sengoku, Senjugahara, Sengoku saying it's Kaiki's fault, he doesn't write the story, being a poison, pog. Okay. Yeah, I think I talked about the familiar thing, I talked about the shapeshifter thing. I'll get to more of it in the recap. Let's do the comments now. No, look, first comment's about Ogi, pog. Ogi says a lot of weird and creepy meta stuff that shook me when I first watched the series. Bro, I'm just used to it. I don't even know if the series can shock me anymore, like, in a way. Like, I'm just, the weird and creepy meta stuff, I've been, like, the way I've approached this series for, like, the last couple, dude, I've been in this story for months, which is sick, by the way. But, like, I've been spending months thinking about the story from, like, a more meta angle a lot of the time of, like, you know, pulling myself out of the story and, like, trying to look at it from, like, a layer above. So when Ogi starts doing the same thing and is like picking apart from like a weird angle, it's like, oh, what's up, Ogi? Like Ogi's sitting next to me in my chair and we're both like talking about the story to each other. That's kind of more the impression, right? So I'm just chill with it. That's my boy Ogi right there. Or my girl Ogi. My person Ogi. What's good with you, Ogi? Ogi stuff, figure out the Ogi stuff. Formal reveals don't mean anything in Monogatari. You're supposed to figure it out beforehand and make that work beforehand to deal with, you know, foreshadowing, yada yada. Totally down. I'm down with it. I'm loving Ogi thoughts as well. Ogi's really interesting. I really appreciate the timeline update. We can see Medusa right there. Ding ding ding. I'm pretty good with this. Right now it's pretty simple. I feel like it's not doing anything too crazy. Yeah, especially because we're currently the latest in the timeline, except for the Hana arc, which is like way in the future, so we're fine. OSTs, I'll have to listen to the OST. There it is. Took place in October 31st, so that's important and interesting, right? Breaking the fourth wall, putting aside Araragi, who usually only does it for gags. Yeah, Ogi, why are you acting like? Wait, Ogi, wait. When did Gaon? We haven't seen anything with Gaon. When was Gaon? When did you show up? An episode? What if, like, is that connected to Ogi? That would be a crazy connection to Ogi. If it has to do with Gaon or episode. Let me look at this again. Okay. Gaon, when did you... I'm going to look at... Wait, can I look at my own playlist? Oh, geez. Okay. What I'm going to look at my own Monogatari playlist because I remember I put Gaon's in one of my thumbnails. And so that'll help remember when Gaon shows up. Yo, bro, we're on episode... This is episode 51. Or video 51, not episode 51, because we've done a tier list or two in there. But this is video 51. That's crazy. Okay, let's see. Gaon. Okay, Neko Monogatari Shiro episode 4 was gone. An episode. So contrasting that with this, Neko Monogatari Shiro, Neko Shiro's here. Okay, so this was Neko Shiro was after Kabuki. We saw Ogi in Kabuki, so those probably aren't connected. Okay. Because the question was if something that happened with Gaian and episode like created Ogi or something wild. I mean, it did. There are some like there could be some intersecting threads there, but since Kabuki happened where Ogi showed up before Neko Shiro, which is when Gaian and episode showed up, I won't push that too hard yet. Cool. Okay. Gaian being blatant and showing authority over the story. Yeah, and then straight up Ogi like says like, "What? You don't think that your life will be a story?" And then Sengoku says, "What do you mean, a monogatari?" And she just says the word monogatari. Okay, continuing. The introduction out of order thing. That's what, was talking about that. I'm liking it. Might be worth mentioning. Wait, if you remember, Ogi debuted in Mayoi's arc, but how is she even closely connected or remains to be seen? Ooh, connection to Hachikuji. Because she was talking about time when she showed up too. The moment. You know what's crazy? That's what Ogi was talking about. Ogi was talking about, like with the stoplights, right? Like the moment and like when everything's red or everything's green, that whole thing. And it was very time centric. And now we're getting a bunch of different moments like happening in a very short time span that are all the other characters like response to Araragi. So it's interesting that I don't know. Maybe I'll revisit that scene on my own time or something. The first Ogi debut. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have it downloaded because I delete things for space constantly. But I'll try to remember to do that. Also, by the way, we're going to look at the OP and the ED this episode before we start. So we're cooking. Okay. Ogi insinuates something's at play. Ogi's definitely doing that. The grand game of mystery has already begun. Can I manage to solve it before the story reveals it? I wonder. That's the big question, dude. We will see. A lot of people are saying Otori's one of their favorites, which is, this arc is peak. Tori's one of my favorites. She refers to Kuchinawa as Mr. Serpent. That's cute. Serpent. Is there a difference between a serpent and a snake? I'm trying to think of because if there is, then her being a Medusa, but if it's not the right thing, I'm not going to sweat it because of translations, but yeah. Okay. Ogi couldn't wait for her to meet Hanakawa. That'd be dude, imagine she meets Hanakawa. Dude, imagine if she's following the Bake journey and she's going to meet Hanakawa after the snake. I mean, that would be insane if that was the next stop for her. That would be crazy. We'll have to see. We'll have to see next arc, because that'll probably be a next arc kind of question. I like it though. Hanakawa will definitely spit bars though, because that's what Hanakawa does. I think it would be cool if you looked at circulation in your OP analysis to compare. Oh, that's a good idea. I turned into Dracula? Oh, the blood! Okay. I regret clicking that. That was funny. Girl forgotten for the entire series, come back to kill our protagonist. So true. They don't kill actual characters in this show. Hachikuji officially not. Listen. They didn't kill Hachikuji. Hachikuji was already dead. They couldn't kill her again. I never was introduced to her when she was alive. You ever think about that? Okay, I'll calm down. OP's creeped out. Definitely feel that. Yeah. The slowdown and reverse of it is crazy. Man, I gotta look at circulation again. I'll just look it up in a second. I'll even get that ready. Let's see what else. Kinography in motion. I don't know what that means. Ogi is Ogi. So true. This arc, skulls. Everyone says peak. Everything's peak. Peak. Zenbu. Okay. Let's circulation, not circulation Snoop Dogg. That's actually in my my search from way back when. Wait, remember that video? That video was a time. It's somewhere in the playlist. Okay. So we're gonna do 3 things. Man, I'm hungry. Why am I getting hungry? Caffeine. Caffeine's an appetite suppressant. We're gonna do 3 things. We're gonna look at the normal circulation, then we're gonna look at the new circulation, and then we're going to look at... Wait, this is... Why is it 4 minutes? Well, no, I want the TV version. I don't want the full version. Can I get the TV version? Oh my goodness, they're all the super long version. Okay, fine, whatever. I'll just watch the normal version. Cool. Who cares? We're gonna watch normal circulation, then we're gonna watch the new OP, then we're gonna watch the new ED, then we're gonna watch the show, then we're gonna talk about the show, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Bet. No, then I'm gonna edit, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. A bet. Okay. Normal circulation. Well, let's watch it real quick. This is the 4-minute one. I might not watch all 4 minutes. We're just gonna remember kind of what it looks like and see if we can make some connections. Yeah. So let's start with this. 3, 2, 1, bang. Look how happy she is whenever she like looks up at the camera. This is such a good OP. It's crazy because I watched this when I was like 13 or whatever, right? I don't even know my age when I watched this. I just remember this, you know, from way back before the Monogatari journey. Like, love. Dude, I need a version with lyrics. F it. No, we're doing a version with lyrics. I know you were probably into it. This one has lyrics. F it. We restart. It's a no-no. Let's have our hearts move on. Yeah, it's like her... Dude, I'm pausing. It's like... Okay, I could see a situation where it's like her fault in not maintaining her school relationships, which led to her getting cursed by the snakes, that was prompted by Kaiki, but wasn't like Kaiki's fault, right? Because Kaiki's, you know, just a person that throws his hat in the ring. And that, you know, Kaiki's a sideline member, right? But her lack of maintaining relationships that then got the snakes on her is now being applied to her lack of maintaining her relationship with Aragi, which is something we were talking about in this OP, right? Because it's like how their hearts are moving on, they're like separating all this, and now she's deciding that she's not going to be a victim anymore, right? Their lines going apart, like she can't just like, she doesn't want to just sit and watch anymore and pretend that it's out of her control, so she takes control, but then since he already has a woman, aka Shinobu, she becomes poison rather than cure. Okay, continue. Oh, she doesn't want to say it because she doesn't want to risk, right? Risk it going wrong. Wait, a what? I don't know what a Yamato Nadeshiko is. Disregard my life? Okay, I'll come down. Okay. Even if it's just destiny pulling a prank on me. That you even got to be close to him, even if your lines were diverging. Because their lines are diverging, and she doesn't want to like make the step to bring it together, because that would be a no-no, and that would be too risky. Dang, it's like she's watching the relationship fall apart. The lack of maintaining, bro. But she doesn't want to be disregarded. She doesn't want to be left behind. Yeah, I think what happened to her, which caused all her school issues that Kaiki brought to the surface through conning everyone, is now happening with her and Araragi, and is still happening with her at her school. Swoonily, bro. That's how I feel every day, bro. I'm a swoonaler. Days to your radiance. Man, this is... Oh, dude, I should do an OP ranking, bro. OP tier list, bro. At the end of the series, we're doing an OP tier list. Okay, clip this and send it to me when we're approaching the end. That would be fun. Like 5 hours long, bro. I just watch all of them and rank them. That'd be so fun. Especially, yeah, and that'll like kind of be like a little bit of like a rewatch kind of thing, you know, because we'll be able to watch like the old ones we haven't seen in so long. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, do you got more lyrics? I'm just looking for lyrics at this point. You got fluffily, fluffily. That will make me happy. Just reprise. Go again. Hey, listen, y'all. We on a time limit. Okay, we're not on a time limit, but you know, I ain't got all day. Bro, Sengoku, bring it in. I love Sengoku. Okay, interesting. So that's in my memory. It's locked in. Let's watch the new OP and the new ED. I'm thinking back to all. So it's like she doesn't. It's crazy. She wants to like lure him in. You know what? Ooh, crazy connection just dropped. New connection just dropped. Medusa. The Medusa in mythology is like a beautiful woman, but if you look at her, you get turned to stone. You get hoed. So it's like you get pulled as close as you can, but you don't actually make the final step looking at her, or everything goes wrong. I mean, that fits really well into that OP we just watched, because it's, I don't want you to go away, right? She feels that drifting apart. She wants to pull him back in, I think, right? Which is, why she, calls him and he comes over and she's, got her, she's in her, like, whatever that, like, her like, kind of, I don't know, her outfit was kind of seductive and, and then she, like, got naked in front of him, right? And so, like, it's almost like, and that was kind of an exceptional, extenuating circumstance, however you pronounce that. But I feel like she wants him to be, to gravitate towards her, but she doesn't want to actually make the move and like call out the love, because then that like it's a no, right? As she said in the OP. So the Medusa, I think, parallels that really well, because it's like, oh, like seductive woman, you look at it, but you can't make the actual look. You can't actually say I love you, because then it breaks all apart, right? Dude, she just has a fear of commitment and intimacy, but she also like wants that intimacy. And so she wants it from Araragi, but she's scared of making the move for Araragi, which is the same thing that hoed her in her school, because she probably something with that. I'm thinking, okay, OP time. I'm sorry, it's just so funny to murder Araragi. You know what? I agree. True and real. Dude, it's so good. Is she giggling? I don't like that. It's a delusion. Okay, I'm gonna focus on visuals, and then I'm gonna do another pass for lyrics. She's running away. Oh, it's like the same shot of them walking past. So yeah, it's like, but she's not looking back anymore. She's not trying to make it happen anymore. Something like that. Oh, and it's nighttime. It's nighttime with the stars, bro. That's an oddity behavior. That's oddity behavior. We always see them come out at night, brother. Right, because like the cat came out at night, the tiger was out at night. Kambaru's monkey, she would wake up and check for the crimes. Those would have happened at night. Holy, I like that. Okay, run it back, run it back. We're watching this whole 3 times over if I need to. Okay, I'm full lyrics, full lyrics. Focus. Okay, let's calm down. Let's take it casually. Okay. Oh, she definitely a little giggler. I'm in delusion. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna do some pausing. I want to jump on a suppress express train to you. I don't even know what that means. A suppress express? Like, do you mean suppress emotions? So you want to jump on a train of which you're suppressing your emotions? I want to meet you now. What is this drawing? It's a flower. It looks kind of like a flower. Flower. The word flower just makes me think of the word gay because of last arc. Excuses and reasons are tiresome. It's my fate, so it can't be helped. I mean, that's a very victim mindset, right? Like, it is, like, I got no control over this hoe. That means I can never wake up. Yeah, because, okay, waking up I think would be coming back from being an oddity. Because you sleep and the Tsubasa cat comes out. You sleep and the Suruga devil comes out, right? The vampire walks at night and can't be out during the day. So when her love doesn't come true, her response is to never wake up to become an oddity. Which is totally, I mean, that's what we saw in the pre-OP. Dude, this show is crazy. Every time I watch it, I close my eyes and wish upon a star. May I be cute forever. What? Okay, wait. Little rewind action. We do a little rewinding. Man, I don't know anything. Everything wasn't going... I don't need this world anymore. I want your everything, everything, everything. So I guess what's interesting to me is that she's giving up... Oh, no, it makes sense. It makes... Okay. I'll outline how it makes sense. I haven't even said what it is yet. Oh, that's the fun part. She's... So how do I say this? She wants... Okay, so post wishing and going and committing to being an oddity, she's now exclaiming that she wants your everything, everything, everything. She wants Araragi, right? But she was only able to say that, well, she only let herself say that after she became an oddity. Because previously, she was just saying, like, I lament how I won't have your love, but now it's like, I want you, I want you, I want you, which is the thing she was scared to say in the first OP. But she's seeing it as oddity behavior because she's jumping to being a poison, because I think Araragi's already been taken. So for her to... And I mean, it kind of also, like... I wonder if that at all is colored by her her experience with the boyfriend and the other girl. I don't know. That's rewatch material. I'll have to look at that scene again to get the specifics. But there's maybe this comes out of that in some way. But yeah, so she jumps into being a poison. The real question though is if Ogi's right in that this poisoned Sengoku isn't that bad, isn't going to be as bad as Hanakawa was. Because that's what Ogi claims, and it's happening on Halloween, which makes me think that this might be just a Sengoku that's repairable, and that Shinobu is just smoking crack in the beginning when she says that it's not. I'd smoke crack with Shinobu. Continuing. Wasn't going to plan. My dream is impossible in this world, so I only want one thing. My dream is impossible in this world. I guess her dream is for... Not... Okay, so I think her dream is for Araragi to gravitate to her. And for Araragi to love her. Because it's different than her having him. Because she says, if my dream's not impossible, then I want your everything. It's not that your everything is my dream. So I think her dream is for Araragi to gravitate towards her as opposed to what happened, which was that distance being grown as they grew up, right? Yeah. Which, I mean, is also kind of, you got to remember the context of herself, which is the whole, bro, this show. I'm just, every, 10 minutes, I just get too hyped, and the show is just too good. Calm down, do your breathing. We got to remember the context with her character, I think she's an only child, and Araragi was, her older brother figure, and so that, commitment and that, to have him go away, especially because she doesn't have friends in school, would be, she's got no one anymore, right? That's really kind of her lifeline to what I can tell. So for her to have that split of he's leaving and I want him to stay, but if I call for him to stay, I don't think I can do that, and I don't think that'll work, right? That's probably insecurity based. Maybe even to do with her body. I kind of felt like there were some body issues way back in Bake. That's kind of, I don't know. We can keep that in the back burner. And so she's just waiting and kind of maybe trying to lure him in, maybe trying to, be the Medusa, but she doesn't want to get him to look straight at her. She just wants him to gravitate closer and closer. But then when that's not working and Shinobu's by his side, he got a new girl on the block. Then she's like, F it. The next best thing, if you won't gravitate towards me, I'm just going to accelerate towards you like a meteor and just bam. And then she goes, I mean, this is probably like reflective of her dying or like releasing or like giving up, right? But it's still funny. Oh, and then she gets back up. She like falls and then gets back up. She's being reborn. I don't freaking know. Okay. One more pass, no skipping, just for thoughts. Then we jump to the ED. She goes, Num? Why are you doing this? Num? That shot of her in the black and white is golden. Dude, she's a little maniac. The beanie's interesting as well. I wonder why if the beanie has any meaning. I'm really going crazy if I'm trying to figure out meaning in the beanie, bro. Also, the thing she wrote kind of looks like a sad face. Don't know if that's supposed to be a thing, but... Wait. I said no skipping. I'll resist. I'll go back to that. I love this show. Dude, this show is so good. This is like rapidly becoming one of my favorite shows of all time, bro. It's also kind of interesting. We don't see her eyes in a lot of these shots. I mean, like, look, we can't see her eyes there, and then she, like, pops up. And then we don't see her eyes anymore, right? Or, like, when she was grabbing Otoragi, we don't see it. I mean, that's kind of like a sign of craziness or whatever, I feel like. Right? You do be kind of crazy, though. No, the thing, though. This looks like a sad face. I don't know if that's all intentional or if this is an actual word, but it looks like a sad face. And then she runs. It's my face, so it can't be helped, right? Yeah, so instead of... Because, like, her thing was, like, she felt herself walking away from Otoragi, and that was causing her pain, and she was looking back. But now she's running. She's not trying to slow it down. She's like, fine, like, F it, we ball. This is, like, dangerous F it, we ball territory. And then, right, we go to the same scene, and she doesn't even look back. That's actually, dude, the storytelling here through the cinematography is insane. Okay? Because in the first one, it was they walked... and she looked back at him because she wanted a piece of the Otoragi pie. But now she walks and she doesn't even look back as she talks about the love not coming true. And you can see in her face, like, she's thinking about it, but she knows she shouldn't look back. She knows she can't. And then she dedicates herself to not waking up again, to, like, become the oddity. Oh, and then the also thing with the sun, and I forgot about this. As part of the... nighttime is the oddity, daytime is the human thing. I gave a bunch of examples. The best example, of course, is Nisei, Karen, and Tsukihi, because Tsukihi was like the moon, and then Karen was like the sun. And obviously Tsukihi is an oddity, and Karen is a human, right? Okay, boom. Let me just put that out there. Okay, ED time. This ED was wild too. We're really gonna do another hour pre-log one of the episodes, huh? I got a bad habit at doing these. Okay. Ah, boy. Why does this show have to be good? Okay. Let's watch the ED. We're going to do... I'm going to look at the background the most, and then we'll do a lyric pass. I don't know how much pausing we'll do. We'll see. Window. So it's like her room, probably. Now we're falling. What is that thing? What is this thing? I can't... Is it a shower head, but it's blinking a light? Or is this a weird-looking lamp? Eh. Oh, are these like the TV screens? We keep seeing the TV screens in these ED. Yeah, they are. This is like Hanakawa's ED, bro. And I think there was one more. Was it Kambadu's? I'd have to look back. But like the Hanakawa one specifically, where it was like her and the cats were like running around in the control room. Now she's in the control room. Dude, it's just the control room is like always aimed at Araragi, right? And so it's like now she's in the control room of all the cameras watching Araragi. That's a cool visual motif, a little detail. I like it. Oh my goodness, why is it gotta be moving so fast? Are we underwater? I'm under the water. Wait, what was that? What was that? Elevator go up. What are these? Is that Tsukihi? Dude, this looks like an Among Us. It's a diver. it's a crewmate, bro. Is that Tsukihi? Or is that Karen? It's one of them. I think it's Tsukihi. Yeah, because she's wearing more Tsukihi looking clothes. Hey, girl, what are you doing? What is she doing in here? I mean, I guess this is like one of the things in her life that's like left her, right? Because she no longer like talks to him or anything. That relationship is kind of like broken apart, huh? So for her to be like drowned with the fishes, be sleeping with the fishes, as one might say. Okay. Submarine, right? It was the submarine. I forgot about that. Whales. And then Shinobu's the captain. So Shinobu, why are you the captain of my submarine? Is it because of wanting to die? Because both of them want to die by Araragi's hand? Because Sengoku said she wanted to be exterminated, and then Shinobu, of course, was trying to seduce Araragi to kill her. Like, that's kind of like her thing. Like, that's obvious to Shinobu. So it could represent that. It could also represent how they're both oddities in this instance. So they're like both underwater. You know, there's giant whales in the background, all that kind of jazz. I could see both. Both of them. This is interesting because she was jealous of Shinobu. So for her to be the captain of the submarine. And then why does she start twerking? Okay, so she's not twerking. What she sees? Okay, so she sees Shinobu. Wow, tongue twister. She sees Shinobu. She sees Shinobu. Frick. Try it yourself. Okay, I don't want to be the only one that just fumbled that. Okay, but she sees Shinobu, and then her instinct is to duck and like put her face under the covers and like sob or just be upset. And then her snakes start like blipping their tongues out. So like. That's like the jealousy spiking up, I guess. So yes, I guess she's jealous of Shinobu, but Shinobu's also an oddity, and Shinobu also wants to die by Araragi's hand, so maybe that's why they're both in the submarine together. Oh, and then Araragi sees this, though. He sees this behavior. What is going on? What is this thing, and why has it got her in its grasp? I don't know what this is. Is it like the radio or something? It's like, but now it's like vacuum tubing her hair. Oh, it's the snakes. The hair's important because it's the snakes. Okay, so this thing, I don't understand this analogy completely because I don't know why this thing would deal with her snakes, or like maybe it's the snake food. It's like a depositor for the snakes. I don't know. Okay, so we're back to this control station. This was the beginning in her room. It's herself. Her, like, past self. Oh, look at this. I want you to know that in the past, and then her past self walks in. Also, for her to be on a bed is kind of interesting because in Bake, she was on a bed when she stripped, and that was kind of a big moment with her and Araragi's characters, so maybe that's intentional. Oh, she looks so sad. Dude, this arc is so good. What happened to her snakes? Run it back. They're like going away. Look, they're like straightening out. And she like, look, and now their eyes are going out. Maybe they're just going to sleep? I don't know, they might be dying. Well, then she completely fades to black. I don't want you to be fading to black on me, Sengoku. That's kind of worrying. I don't want. Can we? Okay. Please don't be another character that thinks about suicide, because we have so many of those, and it's hurting my psyche. Or do if you want, because the show's. I appreciate the show, the way the show navigates those themes, but it would hurt me. That's all I'm saying, Sengoku. You have the power to hurt me. What is that thing? I don't know what the thing is in the submarine. I feel like that's so essential to this analogy, and then what makes the snakes go to sleep. But I don't know. Okay, let's do a lyric pass. I will remember you. Your voice, but maybe it's. Ooh. Okay, what if it's a radio and it's his voice? It's like the voice of Araragi, so it's like the memories of Araragi are this thing, and that's what the snakes want. The snakes like yip for it, and then they remember. She remembers like what Araragi was to her, which then causes her to calm down and then like fully give up again. So she like this is her coming to terms with the fact that she'll never have Araragi, but also coming to terms with the fact that she doesn't want to see herself as the victim anymore from Ogi. But trying to do both, like, yeah, okay. Let's just keep cooking. Imagine this is what she does after she kills Araragi, or she thinks she kills Araragi, right? She just goes to her room and just dunk. You'll probably be angry, but I just can't give up. Right, because she's taken it into her own hands now. Aw, it's just sweet. Like, it's sweet, and it's so, like... I want to be deceived by a lie. I want to be deceived by a lie, too. That got me messed up. I'm getting messed up by the idea of that. Okay, ooh, let's calm down. Why, Shinobu? Why do you come into existence in the word a lie? Oddities aren't real. Oddities aren't real. The Kaiki propaganda. There's what people always say. I mean, that'd be like an idea, right? I mean, there is the possibility. Let me just throw this out there for fun. There is the possibility that oddities were never real. Because remember, this is all Araragi's story, so it could literally be the fact that oddities don't exist, and that it's just the way in which he's describing these events in his life. I'm just putting that out there now because that's a possibility. I'm not going to say I think that's the case, because I don't think there's a way for me to know unless we start getting a better picture of what the meta thing is happening, because who knows, right? And that would lead to a lot of questions of like why he's using oddities in the story, but I'll put that out there as just a hypothetical. My feelings are so chaotic. Please forgive me. I mean, that's just so sweet, right? Like, all I want is you. My feelings are chaotic, so please forgive me. That's pretty much what we got, right? Want to be deceived. Yeah, she's just lovesick. She's just lovesick. And no longer wants to be the victim. But then her instinct when Shinobu's by his side is the jealousy and to be a poison, right? Which, you know, I've already said it all reflects Araragi, blah, blah, blah. The despair you found in me was real. Was real. The despair you found in me was real. Like, she doesn't want it to be... Okay, so she's saying back then in Bake, when I was miserable and you were there for me, like, that was real. You were there for me, brother. However, are you trying to say that something... I'm curious if that ties into the Halloween thing I was talking about, the Halloween / Ogi thing, where like everything's kind of fine, where she's just more putting up a performance and like throwing a tantrum a little bit, in a nice way. I'm not saying throwing a tantrum in a demeaning way, but just having an intense expression that is more a performance than anything else. But how do you performance stabbing someone and killing them? I mean, surely. I mean, I know he's a vampire, but surely she's full sending this hell. His heart literally explodes, dude. His heart literally explodes. He goes, ugh. Snake's like, oh, good job. Good job. Blech. The heart of the man I loved. Well, okay, let's go into the recap territory. I'm feeling good about the ED. Or I'm feeling alright about the ED. There's a lot of stuff going on there, but I don't know. We'll circle back. Let's look at a couple of this. So, favorite game genre retro. What do you say about Araragi? Sometimes I collapse. Ooh. Hello? What is all this? Flashing bit, don't mind if I do. In love with, sometimes I collapse in frustration, but I can still persevere, as long as my love is strong. If the person I love stands next to me, I can stand strong, and walk proudly. Codependent? We like it. Araragi Koyomi. Aww. She do be a little codependent. And so now, yeah, because he was her older brother figure. She has no friends. Her school life sucks. She's not in contact with the Fire Sisters anymore. And he's leaving her because, you know, he's going off to university soon. He's got all these other girls, right? He's got Shinobu by his side. And, right. So now she feels weak, which makes her insecure, which makes her lash out. Yeah. I also like that the rain is golden. Kind of cool. If a stranger saw me now, what would they think? What a good way to introduce this shot, though. Just the depression. Sneaking around under the floor of a shrine. I don't know the full I feel like there might be some metaphorical stuff with shrines, and so for her to be under the floor would be like a thing. I'm not able to make that connection, though. It just could be a thing. All humans are like thieves. Bro, I just had a genius idea, but it doesn't have to do with this anime. It has to do with another anime, so I have to write it down. Just give me a second. Dude, in another show, it'll be worth it. If you watch the other shows, it'll be worth it. Just give me a second. Fake. Real value of a fake. Okay. We're crossing anime boundaries right now. I'm not gonna say what it is though. It'll be a secret. Okay, sorry. Continuing. I'm telling you, we're always cooking. Every show is in my mind at the same time. In my mind's eye, I'm watching every anime I've ever seen at the same time. Okay. What's happening? Okay. Wait, each and every one of them only things about. Yeah. Other entitlements? What do you mean by that? You felt that more entitlements. Freaking define entitlement. Bling, 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 bling. Entitlement definition. The fact of having a right to something. Oh, she wants a right to Araragi. Yes? Okay, heard. You're entitled to a right. Gotcha. So she wants to steal that entitlement to Araragi. Because she wants to own him in a way. That's what she's feeling. Though I think that that's just her cope when he doesn't want her. It's that now she feels like she needs him, or like that she wants to own him. But I think ideally for her, she wouldn't own him, but he would be connected to her in a way that she wouldn't even need to have that ownership over him for them to stay around. It's just needing to own him is a byproduct of him leaving and wanting him back. So it's like I need to secure him. Is the guess. We're still work in progress. She puts out hope, an oddity hoping that people aren't bad-hearted. Interesting. I think Shinobu's smoking a little bit of crack, but we'll see. Because, I mean, dude, for Hanakawa to go oddity mixed with Black Hanakawa and for that entire situation was like an entire thing. So you're telling me Sengoku just does it too? You know? I mean, she could, but I don't know. This feels a lot more sudden, where it almost feels like what should happen is something more similar to the other oddities as opposed to her ascending to oddity herself. It should be that an oddity stems out from her situation, right? In that we've seen with most. And Hanakawa was an exception because Hanakawa had a bunch of extenuating circumstance and like a bunch of stuff, accepting everything, you know, all that. So perhaps Sengoku isn't fully oddity because I'm just thinking like, what? She's a full oddity and Shinobu's gonna eat her and then that's the end of the season. I mean, yeah. And Araragi's dead. Oh, you're gonna convince me Araragi's dead? We do a little death. Okay. He could be dead. Maybe he gets revived. I don't know. It could be a reviving oddity. These are bars, by the way. Good people can easily become bad, and bad people can easily become good. But if a good person easily becomes bad, were they ever really good? You know? If it only take... Joker. Am I really about to quote Joker in a Monogatari reaction? That's a bit much. But, like, all it takes is one push, right? If all it takes is a little push, then were you even good in the first place? I mean, I don't know. Because I think that's kind of what Kaiki is doing by conning people, is he's giving them the means in which to prove what they actually are. I think that's what he did with the kids specifically. And so, yeah. It's like if you're a kid and you hate Sengoku for XYZ reasons, and then you get the means to send a snake on her, and then you immediately send a snake on her, like... Before the hand, you hadn't sinned or anything, but if you were that quick to pull the trigger, then maybe you were kind of cringe in the first place. Wait, run it? Backathin, huh? What'd you say? All the people you've had to deal with were like that. Okay, so he's literally describing it the way I just did in reference to the school and with her life at the school. So me and the snake are on the same snake length right now. Okay. We are cooking. Araragi shows up. The pounding one? Rain was disturbing our conversation. But I knew what he meant. Boom, snackle, crackle, pop. I wanted you to chase me here. That's dude, that's literally what I've been saying this entire time, bro. That she wanted him to come to her. Oh boy, it's so good. She said it herself, man. She said it herself. I wanted you to save me. I wanted you to save me from the snakes back in Bake, bro. What if, you know, it'd be the craziest thing? She sent the snakes on herself or something crazy just so that she had a problem for Araragi to solve. That's kind of crack, but we'll see. We don't know. Especially... Okay, there's a very slight chance that that's true, actually, because one snake got away and we never saw the ramifications of that. What if the snake that got away is the snake that she's talking to? Is Mr. Snake? Mr. Serpent? That could be a thing. I don't know. We'll put those all on the shelf. Those are crack ideas. And I wanted to be exterminated. Dang. Looking at him now, you could... Yeah, so that's the crazy thing, though. She says, like, looking at him now, his healing powers are broken. And then she stabs him in the heart. So she attacks him with kill intent. It's pretty oddity behavior. Wow, that shot of his arm is crazy. That's some good gore right there. I like that gore. Megorsta. Nadeko-chan. The one who put you... Yeah. She do be a little snake. Poison work. Poison? You're gonna drop the word poison on me when I've been talking about her being a poison rather than a cure the entire time? Okay. Just put it out there. Just put it out there, Mr. Serpent. We're really on the same wavelength right now. It's kind of crazy. They're still embedded in him. I like it. I'm just going to rewatch this entire Oppa intro. Okay, I guess that's just where we're at in life. That's how it was. It was me. It was my fault, right? She's trying to take responsibility, trying to make those moves. No room for excuses. No extenuating circumstances. Extenuating? Did Okay, whatever. It's my fault. And if so, I have to take responsibility. Fight properly. And then Shinobu says she's completely fond of being an oddity. I mean, I guess, but like... Yeah? I don't know. I trust Ogi when Ogi said it wouldn't be that bad. She's ascended to being an oddity. Her, like, hidden feelings have come out. Okay, let's do a little skippies. Don't hesitate. We murder him. I hate you. Basically, murder. Dude, this action shot, though, of her... Like, some of the animation just goes hard. Like, you like the sound effects? Okay, bet. Continuing. Okay. Nadeko Medusa. Happy Halloween. You dress up as a monster. I don't know. What's up, Ogi? Crash and burn. I gotta stop with the sound effects. Sorry. Let me take a sip of the Dr. Pepper. We do a mental reset. We'll be good. Probably should not be drinking caffeine at 4:45 a.m., but it's not like I have to get up in class for 6 hours. Nope, that's not the case. Whoops. Okay. That's such a weird... Ogi, you just said, I'm fine in that cheery tone. You're crazy. I don't know what's up with you, brother. Why do you know my name? And yeah, oops, I forgot that Sengoku-chan and I aren't acquainted yet. It's as if you're like a time wizard and you've been like looping this life and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I haven't... This is the save I loaded that we're not friends yet. Or something, right? Just a hint of that. I'm not saying that's the case. Totally did this out of order. Yeah, you gotta be friends. Yeah, because you're trying to be the Araragi to Sengoku, but you don't actually have that relationship built up, so it's just weird. You little shapeshifter oddity. I don't know what you are, Ogi. Is the O stand for oddity? That would be genius storytelling, let me tell you. Trying to replicate the path of Araragi. That would be so sick if that was true. I would be so here for that. Oshino Ogi. And obviously, like, maybe sent by Oshino to watch everything, you know. Wait. Flashing bit. Red alert. Sense of improvisation. Okay, good. So you're improvising. What if... Did Oshino ever say that that Ogi was his niece / nephew? Did he ever say that? Or is Ogi literally just lying to me? That would be crazy. Ogi's just straight up lying, has no connection to Oshino, but is using that as a way to get close to these people? Because Oshino is like such an OP thing. I mean, homie doesn't look like Oshino in the slightest, right? Looks more similar to Kaiki. If I really had to make a call there. And I kind of had some crack theories last episode about like maybe I think I said maybe that's something to, like Oshino Kaiki had some sort of familial thing that equaled Ogi, but I don't know. I'm not going to think about that too much. Yeah. This is some crazy music. Yeah, I like it, dude. Soundtrack review. Too bad I don't know how music works. I've thought about that because somebody at one point said like do an OST review or an OST tier list or something. It's a shame that I don't know music theory at all, so I feel like I would just fumble it. But I love the music. I will say that I do love the music. Immediately start spitting bars. This hypnotism thing with the yen. Shout out to Reagan Arataka. Kind of it makes me think like self-hypnotizing yourself into being the victim. That's the way I look at that. Yeah. Okay, continue. Maybe you weren't purely a victim from the beginning. Maybe there was a reason that the people sent the snakes on you. Maybe you sent the snakes on yourself in order to get Araragi's attention. I'm a little less pogged on that idea, but it is a possibility that like, because like she was hurting the snakes. I don't know. That would be really dastardly of you, and I don't know why you would consider yourself a victim if you literally caught was doing it yourself. That would be a really big move. So it's probably just that taking responsibility for the relationships being so bad in her school life that people sent the snakes on her, and taking responsibility for being codependent on one single person, Araki. Pog. Okay. I really kind of want to watch the episode. Let me see if there's anything else I'm trying to do. Get spooked. Depressing school life. Blames Kaiki. She immediately starts being like, dang, I don't want to sound like the victim. That's why the Fire Sisters made some moves. The real issue, people could pay with their allowances. Right? It was the tool that everyone could use, which is what caused us to all become aware of our depressed, like the undercurrents became the overcurrent, which caused everyone to have a depressing school life, or at least specifically hoed Sengoku into having a depressed school life because everybody sent snakes on her. Nobody can talk from their heart, a class that is only superficially peaceful. Yeah, that's a yikes. They're all trying to keep up that mask. Oops, sneaky, sneaky. Okay, and then she calls out Aragi. We talked about that last episode. I don't have anything to add. Especially with her apologizing, the victim thing, kind of the duality there. And like what she's thinking and what she's saying. Oh, the snake starts talking to her. Misunderstandings. Because, yeah, I bet she feels herself being pulled away when she's talking. Like, he and her relationship is, like, not going the way planned. It's breaking apart, you know? Yeah. Right? Ogi? Wait, I wonder if that would have worked out. Wait, what is this? Slaughter, mutilation, crucified snakes. It's also interesting that it was an illusion, right? The snake made her an illusion with the amount of corpses that were there. So maybe more things are illusory. Hard to tell. Maybe I could have cast down my eyes and stood there quietly to stay a victim. Wonder if that would have worked out. But then she just decides not to, right? And then the beanie comes off. Story as such is nothing but a story. Even if I knew the truth in his facts, I still would have nodded yes. So I think Destiny went off change. Let's jump into the next episode. I say we jump into the next episode. We've been doing a lot of yapping. This might be a new record for pre-game yap. This freaking show. Why is it so good? Okay, Otorimonogatari episode 2. There's only 4 of these, and people say it's their favorite. I mean, it had a really good episode 1. Like, one of the best episode 1s for sure. Okay, episode 2. Let's get this going without further ado in a 3, 2, 1. Bang! To be honest, I'd love to stay on the phone longer. Oh, what's up, Snake? Okay, Snake, let's not get pervy, Snake. Let's be careful. I'm well aware. Is he her bracelet? The performance. Right, yeah. Oh. There's also, part of like her prior non-victimhood is that she did the snake sacrificing. That's important. Okay. I want you to find my corpse. Ooh. Yeah. If we remember, because Ogi was saying you maybe you weren't the victim at the start. She was cutting up the snakes. That was kind of an idea. That's like an example of her not being a victim because she's actually doing something, and then that's what's caused her to now have to deal with this snake guy is because she took action back then and then still claimed herself to be a victim. Question mark? Period. Exclamation mark. Okay. Man, it really... It's kind of fun. It's like just a story of all these kids growing up and dealing with their own nonsense, right? Like, it does have such a youthful air to it, like Monogatari as a whole. So I really appreciate that. Like, I feel like a lot of shows do that where it's like young characters, but I feel like Monogatari like brings in the spirit of youth into its themes in a way that it's not just young characters because that's like the meta, but it's actually young characters for a purpose, which is like a story of like growing up, right? Bro, OP tier list is gonna be so fun to do. I have to do that. That would be so fun. I can't believe that there's gonna come a day that I'm finished with this show. Nadeko Medusa, part 2. 1st of November. Wow, I'm surprised we made it to the next day. I was not expecting that at all. So she meets the snake on Halloween. She doesn't have the attack on Halloween. Or the fight on Halloween. Interesting. My theory is getting a little nervous. Of course. Even if you're hallucinating. Oh, he is the scrunchie. Aw. I'm lucky that it fits my usual style. Ooh, it takes energy to be even more hidden. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Wow, Snake Shadow. It's like a kind of Shinobu-ish. Maybe that's why she and Shinobu were in the submarine in the ED. Bro, be quiet. I'm trying to study. Oh, wait, right. Be quiet. Literally. I'm trying to be a calm literally. Thank you. Letter Wallflower. You would notice that, wouldn't you? Damn. He really just said they think of you as pitiful already. Avoidant. Avoidant. You water. You little water. In any case. Man, they have like a weird color split. You think you'll get your power back if you like return it? Oh, shout out Shinobu. Oh, Kabuki revived you? Or, okay, just the gathering. That was talked about in Kabuki. I think. Oh no, yeah, literally. Okay, yeah. He just called it out. That's funny. Shut up, I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to sleep, be quiet. In any case. You'll release me? Yeah, I was about to say. Oh, it's a Goku. You don't know, brother? You don't even know how old or big your corpse is? So true, actually. Good point. We already got it. We got it locked in. You'll be like drawn to it. Dude, her shadow is still the snake. That's crazy. Effort or endure? Ooh. Hmm. She's scared of like confronting him or whatever. Hmm. You're getting called out. Oh, this poor girl. She doesn't want to bother him, but she also wants him to, gravitate towards her. Self-sacrifice. Self-sacrifice. Anything goes. Yeah? What does that mean? What thing? What are you talking about? What? Class President Sengoku? You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me you were famous. Yeah, that's actually crazy. But you don't want to be seen by anyone, and you still want to be the one. That's wild. Whoa, crazy shot. Wow. You were forced into it. Okay, that makes more sense. I think I was the only girl in the class that didn't get her hands on it, on the charm. the big questions. According to the book. Okay. Not facts. She's the shyest girl in class, probably, and you're telling her that she has to do it? Especially you, Sengoku. I mean, no offense, I love you, but... The matter is already behind me. I left it way behind me already. Okay. Interesting. Let's go find the corpse, I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Wow, you're a little troublemaker, huh? I can't come up with a synonym for troublemaker. What is wrong with me? Okay. It looks kind of like daytime to me, I won't lie. I'll be vibrating like a cell phone. Okay, metal detector snake. Oh, it's okay. It's definitely nighttime. It's just bright. Oh, we're close. Holy, we're making it. We're making it. Pandas. Hmm. Your little trowel is not good enough. Oh, you're about to get... Okay. They love the Doraemon references. Oh, what do you mean by that? Your servant is very tired, master. Oh, you built a beautiful castle. The master servant thing reminds me of Araragi Shinobu again. Hello? Araragi! That's worst case scenario for you. Our eyes met directly. Okay, Medusa. Okay, Medusa. Whoa, is he able to tell what the oddity? Focused on her scrunch, bro. What? Why is he in his sister's room? What are you doing? Oh, did they call Karen? Oh no, they called Tsukiki. He said, I don't care, didn't ask plus L plus ratio. Okay. Good thing he purrs on his sisters, right? A good kid like you. It's not like in June. Whoa, he got her. He got her on the ropes. I'm not a victim. Ooh, like, victim of the oddity. Ooh. Surely. No, there's no way. There's no way. Of course not. Aww. It's okay, Sengoku. I know you're lying, but like, I think you're still kind of being genuine. That's why you put the truth in the lie. Yeah, I'm sure he does understand that. You keep running away, things won't get resolved. Hana moment. Dude, he's locked in, bro. He's getting it all. Wait, okay. I want that banana bed. Bro, he knows. He knows. He knows. Shinobu's probably chilling in the room right now. And that's why Kuchinawa's not saying anything. He says, shut up, she's listening. Are you dead? Hey, you good, brother? Sleepover? Oh, no. No, don't say it, Araragi. It's over. Where are you gonna sleep, Araragi? It's over. He'll probably say, oh, she likes it, she likes it. Oh, I'll still be sleeping on the bed, don't you worry, Sengoku. True. That would be a problem. Sleep alone on the bed. No, please. Oh, it's over. It's over. Thank you. Yes, Shinobu. Good move. Are you on the roof? You little. Is this the first time you're meeting Shinobu, Sengoku? You felt that? That's funny. You just punched yourself. Oh, he didn't. Oh, good move. Oh, I get it. Pregnancy. Sorry, it took me a second. A rather orderly model we have. Damn. Wow. Wow. Dude, she got cock blocked by Shinobu. Wow. Good line. True. Oh, the beanie. Maybe. putting on a headgear so you don't get the head pat. Maybe that's even a thing. Oh, what you got? Lose the will to kill you. I mean, that's what she was talking about earlier. Her exactly what I hate. She wouldn't listen. Dang. Naturally cute, naturally a victim. Dude, Shinobu, you're having too much fun with this. Devilish. You're more of a monster than oddities are. Bro, Shinobu, calm down, this poor girl. Thank you. Devilish. Dude, Shinobu is mean, bro. She's a problem. Holy crap. She just did not stop that train. Alright, ED, let it play, let it play. We're really cooking. We're cooking bacon, eggs, and ham tonight, bro. I really like that Shinobu conversation, though, and it makes me better understand why that Shinobu's in the ED here. It's just interesting, like, is it that the victim mindset, or like the naturally cute, naturally victim experience that she's gone through because it's gone so poorly because of her, like, Araragi leaving and her not being able to, like, stop that? Like, that's why she resents it? That would make the most sense to me right now. Whenever she, like, loses her mind, like, Araragi's voice comes in through the radio to, like, calm the snakes down. Is that the idea? Dude, I love the Shaft style so much. Dude, I remember... I'll let this play, then I'll say it. I'll let this play. Decoy. Why did it say decoy? Ooh, the prisoner's dilemma. Let's talk about it. Someone will flip. Someone will flip. Yup, someone will flip. Betray their partner. Oh, they're digging. They're helping her dig. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. The friendship gamble tactic. That's a spicer. Why are we talking about the prisoner's dilemma? Like, betraying people for your own benefit, like Seminole Flip. It was betraying, I mean, what, she betrays Araragi in a way? I don't know. That's interesting. The Shaft style, fun fact. The first time I saw it was Madoka Magica episode 1. I remember I watched Madoka Magica episode 1, and it took me like a few weeks to like edit and put the video out, and I was like, I was not at all hooked. It took me like longer. Like episode 2 and 3 completely hooked me and I loved it. But episode 1, I remember I was kind of a little like on. Especially with the visuals. It just didn't work in my brain. But now I'm so here for it. I've been converted. Okay. There was something in this area that I wanted. I don't know what it was though. I wrote down the number 17. So let's just run a little bit. It's not like in June. Okay, so that's calling back to, I think, when she got snaked in Bake. I think she got snaked. I don't think she snaked herself. I'm going to kill that theory for now. He literally calls exactly like 7 times in a row. He just says it like verbatim, which is so funny. I'm not a victim. Yeah, because I think it's her victimhood or her mindset in life, her lived experience that has caused her to be seen as a victim, has also caused her relationship with Araragi to not go the way that she wanted it to. So she's resented it. She's resented being a victim. What is this part that I was looking for? He actually believed it. True, he did. It's already smooth talk to you to dig up its thing in the thing. No way. It couldn't be. Then she lies. Oh, the running thing. Yes, the running thing. That's, I think, what it was. Okay. So, is this the first line on that? Because that's a huge Hana connection. Understand how you feel about Sengoku. If you keep running away, things won't ever get resolved. Let me flip and look around. Okay. Dude, I gotta rewatch Hana, and I literally, it's the last thing I watched to be able to, okay, am I really about to do that? Okay, let's just pull up Hana for a split second. I'm sorry, I know. Okay, if you keep running away, things won't ever get resolved. Okay, Hana episode 1. Okay. What do you do, Kombaru? You gonna run? Because it was the theme of running, but like, one of my issues, and my memory is really bad. I don't have the best memory. It's not really bad. It's just my memory isn't as good as I want it to be. So like, okay, things only get tough for people when you try to solve a problem immediately. So she was advocating for waiting and just letting time do its thing. And then Kombaru was being like engulfed by that belief and like being like, yeah, maybe that's a bet. If back then you didn't do anything, yeah. If you keep putting it off and running away, right. So putting it off, running away, boom, okay. And then but then at the end of this arc, right, both like Kombaru decided to not run away, and in that way it made moves. Okay, yeah. But and then inspired by Araragi. So going back to that was just a little reminder for myself. Going back to Otori episode 2. For Homie to say, for Araragi to say, Sengoku, if you keep running away, things won't ever get resolved. He's spitting bars of the philosophy that Kombaru ended up doing, inspired by him in Hana, which takes place in the future. But so like Hana introduced this idea, and now it's being used. But the crazy thing is, and Hana also introduced the poison and cure thing, right? Which is something that's kind of been talked about previously in different ways, but like I really like the poison cure thing. What's the word? A pharmacon? Pharmacon is something that both heals and poisons, right? Pharakon, something like that. I forgot the M. I don't know how to spell. Pharmacon though, with a K. So if you keep running away, things won't ever get resolved. So it's like she's no longer running away. She's no longer being the victim because sitting by and doing nothing is what she does, and that's what was Numachi was saying to do in Hana, and that's what Sengoku does constantly. That's the Sengoku lived experience. And so to Araragi says stop running away, basically, right? And then she is confronted with her current relationship with Araragi not being the way she wants it to be, and having, Shinobu there as like a cock block, which I'm trying to now think of it metaphorically of like, it's like I'm trying to think of like everything that Shinobu represents, and is it like metaphorically these parts of Araragi that are represented through Shinobu are cock blocking her? Or is it that Shinobu, more literally as a companion to Araragi, is being the cock block? You get it? Is it the theme that Shinobu represents, or is it Shinobu herself? Or both? Could you say both? I don't know. Oh, this show, man. Yeah. And so she starts asking questions and kind of pushing back a little bit and saying, you know, I don't have an advantage at all, and like giving pushback because she no longer is trying to be that victim. She's trying to stop running away, just like he said. But then Shinobu just digs into her and says, "You're devilish," which is, I hear the word devil, I think Sir Devil, I think Hana again. Devilish. You're just a little rat, Shinobu. You're a little rat. Like, you're literally kicking her while she's down. And I know that's kind of the point. Like, me feeling bad for her because she's, like, down and, like, you're kicking someone that's down. That's, like, the thing that we're critiquing, you know? Because it's like, oh, like, the weak, pathetic one that I see as a victim. I'm literally seeing her as a victim of Shinobu right now. Whoa, dude. Shinobu is making her out to be a victim. Whoa. Okay. Okay, maybe I can see where you're spitting, Shinobu. Maybe I can see what you're spitting. Maybe you're kicking her this much to prove to me that I'm seeing her as a victim, but that's the entire problem. You're more of a monster than oddities are. But then she ascended to being an oddity? Is it like... Dude, is it like Shinobu views her as such a monster that being an oddity is less of a monster? So for her to become an oddity, she's ascending to a better version, which is to be an oddity, rather than to be Sengoku. Bro, Shinobu, you are... That's just cruel and unusual, man. But man, this like forbidden fruit imagery is going crazy. I want to eat a strawberry. And our eyes are turning red, right? The snake, red, boom, bang, bop. Shinobu says, let me just pick up Araragi and leave. What am I talking about to a mere human? You can stay. You can just stay the way you are. Couldn't care less. Omega lol. Live like that and die like that. Man, Shinobu, you are pushing her button so hard. But Ogi was the one that planted these seeds. Ogi already knew where this story was going, bro. Ogi's not even an episode I'm thinking about Ogi. It's also the worry thing where it's like she's directly saying the thing that like Homegirl doesn't want to happen, which is for her to worry. Dang, it's just such a split within Sengoku, right? That she causes worry, but she doesn't want that worry to be caused. But her defense mechanism, which protects her, is also the thing that she hates. Yeah. What was this? I feel like the snake was saying it about worrying. Right here. You said you wanted him to save you, but I thought telling that kind of lie was because you didn't want him to worry about you. Right, saying that she was fine. Want him to save you. Man, I need to watch her behavior in Bake again. Then she goes, womp. Dude, that's going to be me in about 40 minutes, bro. 45 minutes. Oh boy, it's going to be nice. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about me going to bed during the video. It's fine. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. It's no big deal. Well, whatever. Later, dog. Daytime is your time and nighttime is my time. But those boundaries are kind of getting merged, right? Because the daytime, like even during the day when she's not, well, no, this happened at night. She got picked up at night. So I guess it was still nighttime. But like, of course, you know, when she goes full Medusa mode, that is like the merging of the day and the night. Or I guess rather the day surrendering itself to the night. Do you want to say it that way? I mean, that sounds kind of cool. That sounds kind of poetic. I liked the in any case thing, that kind of like automatic dismissal. I think like that's kind of a fun way to write that. Transitions like in any case and that aside. It kind of reminds me of the Hanakawa behavior. I feel like there's a lot of interesting Hanakawa connections you can make in a weird way. Whereas for Hanakawa, she accepted everything. And that caused her like all sorts of problems. Love Hanakawa. What a great character. But then Sugoku, like, cowers to everything, right? And dismisses everything. And, like, it's like she doesn't accept anything, but she doesn't fight back against anything either. That's like her victim mentality, right? That she hates about herself, because it's causing her relationship with Araragi to not go the way she wants it to, and the relationship with all the class people, which she referenced. She did say that, like, she was done dealing with all of that, and that she had just kind of given up on all that, because of the class president, right? And so, or yeah, her job as the class president, she said, like, that was in her past. So I kind of feel like she had that victim mentality go wrong. And mentality is a weird way to put it. That victim personality, maybe, because mentality sounds like she's, like, actively doing it. But yeah, it's like that victim thing that she's got hoed her back then with her class thing and made all those things go along, which made her reliant on Araragi, but now she's being confronted with it again as her relationship with Araragi goes south, plus, and, like, has that growing distance, plus Shinobu plus L plus Ratio plus Snake plus Dig Up Snake, right? We do a little grave robbing. So yeah, she's, like, reconfronted with that, but now she's been motivated by Araragi to, dude, it's just crazy. She got both her and Kanbaru got motivated by Araragi to stop running. And for Kanbaru, it let her be a cure. In that she helped cure Numachi in that way, right? For Homegirl here, she's a poison because she's going to try to kill Araragi. So it's like confronting your issues, the issues that in the first place were kind of brought up by Kaiki and Ogi. I feel like them two specifically brought these things to the surface in the two ways that I've kind of described, right? Like, I don't know, it's just crazy. I kind of feel like she looks like Gaien too here with this hat. Is that at all an intentional thing? No shot, right? I just, like, there was a shot of her just now that reminded me of the thumbnail I have for Gaien in whatever. Also, leave it to Araragi to just immediately be, one, perving on his sister, and then two, oh no, Sengoku is missing. Go, 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 go. This shot reminds me of Gaien. What's being said here? I don't think there's a connection, but it would be crazy. Because she did just kind of show up, and an episode showed up, and then they're just gone. So, I mean, surely they're doing something or did something and somehow are tied to all this. I mean, it is kind of crazy that we're in, like, a very specific time where all these different characters are having different arcs going on, like, simultaneously. Right? It's very rapid fire, I feel like. Or it's just, like, the way we're bouncing between all the different characters, like the side characters, right? Makes me think that this is, like, a big time of change, of which Gaien in episode could have been a large part of causing. We do remember that Gaien is looking for Kanbaru, right? Oh, I don't quite recall. I'm gonna have to look at some of that again. Not right now. I don't have those episodes saved. Those episodes are gone. Missing person Kane having 70% accuracy. So true. We do a little gambling. Of course, I didn't mention this. I thought it though. The shadows of the snake shadows around her, being like her, like, stabbing them, is reminiscent of her crucifying all the snakes at the shrine. I wonder why that's the case. Why would you crucify the shadow if you're doing this out of guilt of the snake, right? Because it's like the guilt of the crucifixion of the snake is why you're helping the snake in the first place, because you're, like, no longer being a victim and you're actually taking responsibility for what happened, but you're kind of doing it again mockingly, like, not mockingly as in you're mocking someone, but mockingly as in it's a mockery, that it's a fake. It's like you're not really doing it because you're just doing it to the shadow, but it's like it's like a performance more so. Like, why are you performing the act of this again when you're in the process of taking responsibility for it and presumably are doing and getting the thing out of guilt? Is it just because he's being annoying? If so, facts. What book did you read that brought you to this snake in the first place? I mean, did Kaiki plant the book? or whatever that brought her here to do this, or like way back when she crucified the snakes, was she told to do that by Kaiki? And this was all like a gigabrain thing from Kaiki to be like, oh, this girl's got X problem. Let me send her here so that she does a thing with the snake, so that the snake comes and gets her one day, so that she's forced to reconcile the fact, blah, 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 and then this entire arc happens. Kaiki, did you plan this? My little Kaikster? My little Kaiki Waiki? My Kaiki wifey? Whoa. Holy. We do a little perving on Tsukihi. Yeah, Araragi. I love Araragi so much. It is funny too, the way that we see him so differently from all these different characters. In this arc, we're seeing him as like the person that's worried over her and like tracks her down, and then like kind of like tells her, like sits down with the chair and she's bowing to him and like, you know, the responsibility. As if she's like screwed up, and like he's like telling her like what she did wrong. It's like, yeah, she wants to be like saved by him or whatever. Wait, so where did we end this? Oh, just with Shinobu dragging Araragi out? Yeah, okay. So she's still gonna maybe get to sleep in his bed. Like maybe that'll like be the cause of some sort of event. That would be interesting, because she does have a thing with beds. She always do be in a bed, lazing around doing her thing. Oh, it's crazy too. The snake was talking about Shinobu earlier. Yeah. Lots of Shinobu. I mean, Shinobu does have such a relationship with Araragi that I'm not surprised. But it's still crazy that it's Shinobu. Got me thinking. Why Shinobu? Shinobu suicide? Shinobu broken things relationship? Codependency, I like that one. Because yeah, Sengoku's definitely codependent on Araragi and is going through a lot of mental anguish because of Araragi falling out of her life slowly. And then has caused her to kind of have that now, like, I want him back, like, in him. So for Shinobu to represent, like, she and Araragi are codependent on each other, right? That's kind of part of their bond. That, you know, they're both half, right? They're both kind of, she's not half the oddity she ever was, and he's half human, half vampire, right? So it's kind of that same codependency thing, which I like. And I think could apply to Sengoku. So for her to be such a big part of this arc would lock into that. Man, is there anything else I'm trying to say? I went all the way to the off-limits door to the roof on the top floor. Oh, that's why the stairs. Okay. Dude, Snake, stop talking to me during class, man. It's like getting called, bro. It sucks when you're in class and your phone goes off. Holy. I always got my phone muted, but that doesn't even help because it goes... It'd be like, dude, I even forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb for this. Because I've had my phone go off during reactions. It's like, dude, shut up. But, like, who's really going to be texting me at 5:37? Hopefully not too many people. Actually, yeah, no one's texting me at this time. People are sleeping. Okay. To be honest, I'd love to stay on the phone longer. Yeah. That victim mindset. All right, well, I don't think I have much else to say. I think we've really milked these 2 episodes, which is good because there's a lot of milk to get. I'm so sad that I chose cow milking as the analogy there. But it just is what it is at this point. I think that's all I really got for this episode. Of course, if you like the video, I'm excited for episode 3 and the rest of this arc. I'm kind of, well, I'll say real quick, like as a little mini prediction thing. I'm curious if the beginning of the arc where we saw her go Medusa mode, if that's going to be like episode 3 or episode 4. And if so, is it going to be like early episode 4 so that we get to actually deal with what happened afterwards? I mean, that would make the most sense, right? Or is it just literally like Araragi's out of the picture for like the next couple arcs? That would be crazy too. That would be wild if he actually like died and then had to go like a long reviving process in some way. I don't really think they'll do that, but that could be interesting. But yeah, I mean, I haven't even done predictions. I'm going to leave some of that for next episode because we are kind of cooked and I need some time to cook with these new thoughts. So yeah, that's all I really got for this episode. On to the next, of course, episode 3 of Otorimonogatari. Of course, if you like the video, subscribe. If you're new, comment down below if you have anything to say, or join the Discord and talk to me or other Monogatari fans there. Hit the notification bell as well for bings on streams or videos. And yeah, I guess that's all I got for that. So I'll be seeing you on the next episode. Should be great. I'll be seeing you then. Peace.